Hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever, whenever that you may be tuning in. This is Yonks, and we are now on our third working group for our Base Buildathon on-chain summer, which literally has 4 days left to finalize our submission for the project. And join with me today, Jorge from Lit Cloud Canada. And we've got a lot of things to do, so we're just going to hop right in. And here's the Google Docs, and we've got this linked up where you can take a look at this to kind of capture the notes and all of the stuff here. So checking off a couple of these things. So one of the things I want to talk about, and I don't know really going to go into too much details on this, but the conversation with Spence from LaunchKit was very fabulous. And the more that I unpacked the value proposition there, especially with what we're doing, very excited. So that's one of the main things that we're going to explore today is and actually activate a good amount of the plugins in LaunchKit version 2.0. But one of the things that really, I think, provided some clarity was in our design, and this is one of the things that has really evolved during the course of the Buildathon, but planning to do the hub for our ecosystem at 3win.social. And this is very much a work in progress, and hopefully this will look substantially different here by the end of the week. But getting some foundational pages here, like about, roadmap, and white paper, and not planning to write a white paper here in the next 4 days. That's absolutely going to be something that's going to be a work in progress. We've spent a good amount of efforts in the past surrounding Gigs Go Green and the narrative that we're creating as a movement for gig workers, initially Uber and Lyft drivers, and I may throw some reference in there to some of those previous works that we've done. And one of the things here too is I created this page because obviously we're talking here about, or this is technically a post within the WordPress framework for 3win.social on-chain summer 2024. So this is something that we might want to kind of add a little bit of nice stuff on, or at least the YouTube playlist, because this is, again, our third working group, and that's something that I need to go into YouTube and add some details. But anyway, so when we're talking about like hub and spoke, so over here, 3win.social is going to be the ecosystem hub. And like here, we're talking about bootcamp, on-chain bootcamp, literally just registered bootcamp.box. And right now I've got this as a WordPress site on our new hosting provider, rocket.net. That's one of the things that has transpired that was a to-do, and still a little on the fence as far as whether I want to do WordPress on this. We also have our Linktree at On-Chain Bootcamp, and still potentially contemplating using this as a landing page and then for the spoke, but we can have more thoughts and conversations about that because I don't know how much time and effort we're going to have to build out bootcamp.box prior to our submission. But we can continue to think about that. And I highlighted this goal here, and it'll be interesting to see how our 3win.social evolves over time, but the main thing is that we want to be intentional about delivering meaningful benefits to our community members, and primarily looking to onboard Uber and Lyft drivers into the ecosystem initially, but that's something that is absolutely going to expand, and I'm not going to unpack that anymore. So anyway, explore and activate the LaunchKit version 2. So one of the things that I created here, and this isn't a conclusive list. Let me see if I can bring open in another window what that looks like. I think I've got it here somewhere. But I guess we could just go here. This is actually the launch kit installer through the WordPress dashboard. And I'll make this a little larger for everybody on the other end. So going through the list, there's a lot of WordPress plugins that are included within the bundle here. And one of the things that wanting to get activated that's going to be a core component of our site is WooCommerce for facilitating the e-commerce aspect. So I'm going to go ahead and check these boxes for WooCommerce. Install selected plugins. So, and then it says here, installed. Let's go take a look at the installed plugins. So here's the WooCommerce plugins that we just installed and haven't activated those yet. Activate. Plugin activated. Now I can activate the rest of the plugins. And I'll just check these and see if there's a activate, apply. So have you used WordPress a lot, Jorge?
I do have a website on WordPress. I don't use it a lot. Actually, I just pay somebody to do it for me for my all kind of blockchain site. But I have used it before. Actually, I used to have it on my Raspberry Pis here in these little boxes. I used to start WordPress in here back then, many years ago. And this was my servers. This one was my web servers before. The problem is I didn't have time to be testing them, and then my website was coming down from time to time, but that was years ago. Now there's many ways to keep all these automated nicely and easy, like this solution that you have. Jason.
Yes.
Now, I was gonna say something now that while you're installing the plugins, I would like to say something to whoever is watching this video. I will also explain what's happening here. What are we doing this? So first of all, what Jason is doing over here, he's finding solutions. He's architecting different ways of working with different ecosystems. And sometimes he's mixing Web 2 technologies with Web 3 technologies. Sometimes he's only using ecosystem solutions that are only on chain. And yeah, so all depending on the use case that you have, that's what Jason, he does. He does a lot of research. He combines technologies, chains, and different ecosystems to make a use case to work the best. Eventually, our final goal is to have everything on chain and different, whatever blockchain you choose to work. Because now pretty much you got DNS services on chain, you have web services on chain, you have all kinds of things on chain too, whether it's Ethereum or Solana, they're there, but not at all times the solution meet the criteria that we're looking for. In this case, he's working with WordPress, and then he combines some other plugins that connect to the blockchain, and then he make it work. So whoever is listening to this, if you want to learn how to leverage these new technologies and platforms on Web3 with us, feel free to join us. This is the best place where you don't have to be spending many days like myself. Like I'm busy with my engineering stuff, but now with Jason, he collaborate, and then we work together, and I give my feedback, what I like, I don't like, or so this is what we do here. We are doing discoveries, research of Web3 technologies, and at some point we are going to have on-chain solutions for everyone. Doesn't matter what you do. If you're a content creator and you want to track your fans, hey, we got plugins for that. We got an ecosystem for that, right? And you have a membership system or anything. We have a solution for you here. So this is the benefits of when you join our community. We have different communities, different DAOs and systems that we're building in here. So that's my input, Jason.
Yeah, no, thanks for that. Love the additional clarification. And that's one of the things that like you said, Jorge, wanting to get this very streamlined to make it easy for people so that they can just plug in and start creating and start delivering value or just participate, like don't have to necessarily be a creator to benefit from the ecosystem that we're building out. So the next one that's a cornerstone component of what we're building, so installed the WooCommerce and Foo events. And let me just go here in another tab real quick to fooevents.com. This is another core component. So and let me find the user journey diagram here. I'll bring that on screen. I should put that in the Google Docs just to have reference. But that was one of the things that we had some conversation with on our previous working group, was getting the user journey as far as what it's going to look like here, because this is relevant to the events conversation. And let's see. I'll just do a search for it. So user journey. So this is how somebody's going to be like onboarding somebody new into our Gigs Go Green ecosystem. And like I said, positioning this as far as who that we're primarily going to be targeting. So anticipate doing a social ad, whether it's Facebook or TikTok, and then the user sees the ad and then they register for a webinar. And this is where Foo Events comes in, because the webinar is going to be an event on 3win.social that somebody can register for. So, and then the webinar, we host the webinar that'll be hosted by myself and Tyler. And then, so they participate in the webinar, and then the goal of the webinar is to get them to register for the bootcamp, which is going to be a $69 for Gigs Go Green, on-chain bootcamp for Gigs Go Green for Uber and Lyft drivers. And then what do I mean by a one-year pass? So I'm a firm believer in the philosophy that repetition is the mother of all learning. So the opportunity for people to participate in future on-chain bootcamps is the opportunity as far as the Gigs Go Green on-chain bootcamps. So we're looking to have the webinar be a 2-hour dynamic. And then one of the things that's going to be a benefit is to join Tesla Black DAO as a member. And then that's something that there'll be an annual cost after the first year. But with the bootcamp on the one-year pass, they'll get the first year for their Tesla Black DAO membership included for free. So that's the pretty high level. Is there anything else that you think that we need on this user journey, or do you think that this is ready for including one in our submission?
I think it's looking pretty good, but I would like to add something here for whoever is watching this. So while we're doing research to use Web3 technologies, and we combine different solutions, we are also participating in some hackathons. In this case, is the one hackathons on the Base network. And everyone knows the Base network, Coinbase, right, is the owner. And now we had a chance to compete and win big prizes. I think for the one that we're doing this is what, $10,000 or something like that? Can't remember.
I don't know exactly how that it's going to be broken down. The Base on-chain summer, join the Buildathon, prizes. Last time I was struggling. Here we go. Prizes. So there's a total of 200 ETH available, and then it's broken down across these different tracks. And we're planning on submitting on And this is something that we'll have to finalize, like the opportunity of submitting 3win.social on the social track, I think is a real opportunity. One of the things that I would like to see us do is figure out how to get integration within, and this is a conversation that we can have with Buddy Boss tomorrow. That's one of the plugins that we'll be installing momentarily here within this bundle. Is seeing if we can get Buddy Boss to integrate with social with Farcaster as well, just to amplify the potential reach of what we're building. So I don't know exactly how that it'll work, and so one of the questions is that there's going to be and I don't know if it's 20 ETH for each prize winner. I think that it's a pool of 20 ETH per track, and then they split it up based upon the prize winners. So I think it's potentially a variable amount. So it could be anywhere as much as 10 ETH or as low as 2 Ethereum, which is seven grand to each Ethereum. I think is around $3,500.
So basically what's happening here, the on-base chain is trying to get on board more people into their chain. So the on-base network works on top of the Ethereum, right? So they're trying to help people, let's onboard more technologies or more use cases into their chains. So now the benefits that you have working with me and Jason, what's happening here, we research bleeding edge technology, we combine it with architect, and now we participate in new events, and now they give us big prices. In this case, it's Ethereum, 200 Ethereum, which right now is like what, 3,500. I can't remember how much is the price for Ethereum right now. And we don't have to be guessing in what area we participate. They list it here. In this case, they have a Stripe, they have Shopify, they have Flick. Use companies that you already know, Shopify. So they want a solution that you can bring on chain with Shopify or a Stripe. So you're learning new tools, you're making your friends, you're working with bleeding edge technology, you're participating and possible making huge money. And then we collect money and probably we reinvest it into different decentralized autonomous organizations. And the benefits, we got so much going here with trying to, basically you're gonna onboard to new technology seamlessly. And in the future, you're gonna be number one because you're already familiar with all these tools, how to integrate technologies on chain. And this is just amazing, it's beautiful. Thank you, Jason, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. And like Gigs Go Green, I think makes sense to do the unplugged with nouns, make a difference IRL, URL with the focus on community engagement and real world impact. Perfect for non-technical folks to contribute. So I think that this is one that a lot of people would say that Gigs Go Green is absolutely about making real world impact for Uber and Lyft drivers. So anyway, let's go ahead and install the Foo events from LaunchKit here. Installed. Go over here to plugins.
And just so you, whoever is listening, these plugins, those are APIs basically connected to the chain. Doesn't matter if it's Ethereum or they're just solutions. And that's why there's a lot of companies now developing plugins like crazy. This API calls to integrate your solutions with the on-chain. So this is awesome.
And I'm just going to check all of the Foo events here. Foo events for WorldCommerce. I think that this is the main one.
So I'm pretty sure that in the future, there's going to be a lot of jobs out there that they will be looking for people who are familiar with the tool and who can integrate things. In this case, I'm not a full-time programmer. Like I wasn't born a programmer. And you know what? I don't have to, because most of the solutions are already there. And by the time you start seeing those jobs online on Indeed, LinkedIn, and everywhere else, you're going to be way ahead of the curve. And you could be, I don't know, maybe you could be consulting for solutions for other companies, or maybe, I don't know, there's many things you could do. But the most important thing is the community that you get here. You get like a family, you have fun. Well, how do you call this concept that you have fun, give?
Fun, earning, learning, and giving are FELG culture, and that's a page or a post. And I need to decide on whether it should be a page or a post within the WordPress framework, but it's a pretty cornerstone thing that doing within our ecosystem, because like when you unpack all four of those: fun, earning, learning, and giving, I mean, what kind of person would want to be doing all of those things, right?
I like the one that you shared yesterday, the job one.
Oh yeah, just over broke.
Yeah, just over broke. That's pretty good.
Yeah, well, and some jobs pay more than others, but the economic security comes from developing multiple streams of income. So our WordPress dashboard is getting filled up here quickly. So let's go to installed plugins again, and I just installed the BuddyPress or BuddyBoss. Oh, don't want to go into any of the settings right now. Adds premium features to, and I don't know if it's a if this is a prerequisite. Let's see. Okay, so BuddyBoss Platform Pro requires the BuddyBoss Platform plugin to work. So let's go back and install that too.
And just BuddyBoss is basically the one that help you track. Forgot BuddyBoss. Yeah. Yes.
So this is going to be kind of like the look and feel of the main aspect for 3Win Social, the community features and stuff like that. And then one of the things that excited about here is that they have a white label app. So the opportunity of getting 3Win Social in the iOS, the Apple Store, and the Android Store, that's absolutely something that we're gonna, and I don't know what the time frame for getting that delivered will be, but you know, having our own app that somebody can download to access 3Win Social from their mobile to create a fabulous user experience. I'm a fan of using apps on my iPhone. It just, I think, typically creates a better user experience than going to a website.
You know what? Every site that I see that you have shown me for these Web3 sites, the graphical user interface is just beautiful. The creativity that these people have is just amazing. There is no like, it's just pure people with pure creativity. And that's what I like about everyone who's on Web3. I got almost 20 years in my career. This is the first time that I feel like I found the place to be. The people, my community. My community is the Web3 people. There is this, we're doers. We just love to innovate and do beautiful things and help others and have fun and all this stuff. So I love it.
Yeah, no, for sure. And yeah, so I'm excited. We're having a conversation with BuddyBoss tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern time. So it'll and it will be a little bit further along because at the time didn't have Launch Kit or BuddyBoss installed. So let's go here, activate BuddyBoss platform. That should get rid of this. Welcome to BuddyBoss platform. BuddyBoss platform is a fork of BuddyPress and BBPress and is designed to be backwards compatible with BuddyPress data and most BuddyPress plugins. So consider the BuddyBoss theme, and this is one of the things I'll reach out to Spence to see if the theme is included within his bundle, but that's something that we may have to make a decision on. And we're also working with a branding agency to get some stuff done. So this is still something that I think that we need to take a look at. I'm going to bounce over here.
So basically, he's integrating WordPress with BuddyBoss, and BuddyBoss will give you the option to have an app on the phone, iOS or Android. And basically, I haven't seen him programming yet. We don't have to, right? And he's integrating these technologies in different platforms here right now, live with you. So this it's good. People, it's not super complicated. What is complicated is to do a research and try, and then okay, we found the best architecture here.
So it looks like that this may still require a license key that's independent of the, and again, I'll reach out to Spence from Launch Kit on this. So anyway, going back to our Launch Kit here. So the other core element that we need is affiliate WP. So I'm going to install all of this. This is a basically our ambassador program, and I like ambassador a little better than affiliate as far as within our ecosystem. I think it connotates a higher level of stewardship. So that's when you think about our participation ladder, explorer, member, and the explorer is going to be a free for life dynamic. That's kind of like people that participate in the webinar, they'll actually get an explorer NFT. And then like when they decide to become a paid member, like going to Onchain Bootcamp, and that's one of the things that we'll have. Already talked about the user journey a little bit, but like the bootcamp is really just kind of like onboarding into our ecosystem and delivering in a value in a manner where I believe that people get a lot of value out of that. Just to provide a little backstory, we were actually thinking of having it be a membership dynamic and then require the member to join or to participate in the bootcamp as kind of like a, and I think that this is a better value proposition. I think a lot of people can have more understanding around the idea of paying for an event and then having the membership be a free component for the first year as a benefit of attending the on-chain bootcamp.
Jason, would you mind explaining us here what is the Tesla Cloud and the Geeks Go Green, which those are your personal projects, your creativity, your innovation, that solution that you brought. What are those two projects you're working on, right? And what is the final intent for the Tesla Cloud that is yours? You implement it, and the Geek Goes Green, and now you're putting this platform for people to join nicely, right?
Yeah, and this is a diagram that I created. I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about this, but this is the synergistic cooperatives here, and we're talking about Tesla Black DAO and the what that looks like as far as I got another image over here for cooperative ownership for Tesla Black. So by people participating in Tesla Black as a member, one of the benefits that they'll have in Colorado, which is where we're launching first, is access to cooperatively owned electric vehicles. And so that's one of the things that we'll be talking about through the on-chain bootcamp as far as like the value proposition of the Gigs Go Green ecosystem for Uber and Lyft drivers. And we'll be go ahead.
Those were amazing images of how the ecosystem worked with the Tesla. Now I can see, even myself, I was a little bit confused, but now seeing the images, oh, I see it now. So basically what he did, he created a decentralized autonomous organization, the ecosystem, and now he's working with platforms for people to participate and be easier to come on chain with us and participate in these companies that you can build companies with other people. And that's exactly what he's doing over here, aside from doing the research for the tools and how to integrate all these. It's a lot going on here, and this is the future. This is the future. This is what's happening right now. This is what have been happening for quite a few years, because Jason have been doing this for 3 or 4 years. Is that right, Jason?
Yeah, and it goes even back further. Like 2019, we were working on a similar model. It wasn't as evolved as around Tesla vehicles, just to make Tesla vehicles more accessible for the people that are doing Uber and Lyft. Because like what's happening in Denver is that Uber and Lyft are charging $400 a week to rent vehicles to Uber and Lyft drivers with no equity component in that situation. And with our cooperative model, we believe that we can, with the driver A and the driver B, do that at half that cost. And then they should still have plenty of time to do their thing, make a good amount of money, but their overhead will be reduced by half. But then when we're building out the energy infrastructure, now we're creating the opportunity for people to also be cooperative owners in the energy infrastructure when they go to charge their electric vehicles at our cooperative EV charging stations.
So yes, sorry.
No, I mean, but yeah, and that's again something that we're going to be unpacking during the webinar, and then also during the boot camp for these interested parties.
So for anyone who wants to start a decentralized autonomous organization, doesn't matter what it is. It could be Tesla white, Tesla blue, or any other. The grass is greener, doesn't matter. Today's video is about how can we onboard these people who will participate in these DAOs with these platforms, these solutions that we have here. And anyone can mimic and use the same architecture that Jason is doing over here, we're doing over here. And that's the concept. So I hope it's more clear for whoever is watching these videos, right? Research, tools, DAOs, companies, decentralized automation, smart contracts. So thank you, Jason, for explaining all this.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll be talking a lot more about that in coming weeks and months as continue to do webinars and on-chain boot camps to onboard. Because like right now, from a timing standpoint, we're planning to do our first on-chain boot camp on July 20th. So about 1 month from now, a little bit less. Today's June 26th. And then wanting to launch, because right now it's going to be a pre-launch, and this $69 boot camp is going to go up when we officially launch to $97 for the 1-year pass. And one of the things that will be exciting is that we're going to be using Kickstarter.com to promote on-chain bootcamp and Tesla Black DAO. So that's really going to be like the phase 1 for launching Gigs Go Green. And then shortly after that, before the Kickstarter campaign closes, that'll run probably 30 days or so. And then we're going to launch our regulation crowdfunding offering, where people will be able to invest in the Colorado public benefit cooperatives that we're creating to build out the infrastructure here, the electric vehicles and the charging infrastructure and the real estate.
Excellent. Thank you.
All right, so just installed the affiliate WP and going to activate these plugins here. All right, so affiliate plugin for WordPress is installed. Okay, so going back to our launch kit, and I think that those are the main ones. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade the database here. What's that? So I'm not sure if there was any other ones that we're wanting to install right now. Oh yes, Fluent, which is the CRM here in WordPress. So I'm going to install all of the Fluent. And I'm not sure what Fluent Boards is. And Fluent Booking Pro, I don't know if that's but yeah, we'll have to take a look and see what the Fluent capabilities are. I'll go ahead and install all the Fluent ones. Install selected plugins.
So basically,
So go ahead, Jorge.
I was just going to resume what I was talking about. So basically what we get is community, build companies, research tools, implement onboarding processes, participate in hackathons, on-chain with different solutions and ecosystems. And yeah, this is what you get with us here and much more.
All right, just activating these.
So I've got a question. So the one from Spencer, the launch kit and his business. So once you install, that's another plugin that you install, and then it shows on the left side bar. And then once you install that, it comes with custom plugins that he came out with, his own designs and ideas, his business. That's how it works.
Yeah, and this is something here too, like let me refresh this here real quick. Because one of the things that I'm not sure about is like here the license. So I don't know if the launch kit includes the licenses for some of these and not other ones. And this is again something that I'll have to take offline and reach out to Spence via his help capability there. So taking a look here, going back, I'm going to get a screenshot of this here real quick. Just throwing in my password here for launch kits.
I'm wondering how much will be, I mean, it says $300 there for one site, but is that unlimited pages?
Yeah, that's the it's just for a site license key.
So basically, if I wanted to, what I could do is go to rocket.net. That's where you bought the domains, right? And which one was the one that had 10 different WordPress sites?
Yeah, so right now, 3win.social is the hosting that using for 3win.social.
Okay. So basically, I can build a kit if I want. If I was a consultant or something that we're trying to migrate people into chain, I can buy for $110 a month, 10 different WordPress hostings, right? Get a domain from somewhere else, or maybe from them too. I'm not sure if they sell domains, and then I can get Body Boss that you have. There is one package for 5, 1, 5, and what was that? The other one? In your price.
Oh yeah, the pricing over here.
Oh yeah. So I get 10 sites for $449, and now I can integrate these with 10 different clients. So I get 10 sites, 10 different WordPress that I'm spending around $600, and now I have a white label app for community and courses that I can develop, and hosting and everything else for 10 clients for $600, basically.
Yeah, and that's just for the site. The apps, if you want the app, that's a different you know, like the app is quite a bit more expensive.
Okay.
So that was just for the website, not for the app.
I got it now.
Okay, so let's see if there's any other.
Either way, there is no such a special super technical skills. Anyone can have an app and have courses in there, manage your people, communicate with them, engage them, and always have your fans or your followers right on chain if you want to, or something like that.
And I'll take a look on the WP Fusion, but got a lot of stuff to do as far as getting the plugins installed doesn't mean that they're configured. Let me actually take a look and see what 3win.social looks like now. It probably won't look any different. I mean, it did add an affiliate area and a cart, and change the pages that were up here a little bit. So
the members was there, right? The member was there.
No, that's a new thing also.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's a component for Buddy Boss.
Great.
Well, we've got 5 minutes left here. Got most of the plugins that was wanting to get, and that's just one of the components. A lot of stuff has to be done to get those plugins configured and working, but that's not something they're going to do here on the working group. Mostly wanted to go through and get the core functionality. And then, like, one of the things that mentioned is that two events that we're wanting to get created is the first webinar that we'll be hosting, and this is something that I'm going to have to take a look at and we'll likely host multiple webinars leading up to promote the boot camp. And this is one of the things that the opportunity of having them be recorded, I think that there's value. I think a lot of people find value, and a lot of people I think can discern, but if get it really dialed in, the opportunity for it to be recorded AI is pretty good, where if people have questions, AI can even do pretty good a lot of times answering questions as far as like automated replay for the webinar. But yeah, this is the main user journey that we're looking to onboard people into the ecosystem right now. But so the question here that we've got is if we want to do a working group on Friday. Let me take a look at my calendar, because I know that Friday is going to be pretty crazy.
Jason, I got a question. So as far as I know, just to clarify, we're not being sponsored by anybody, correct? This is our own research to finding our own solution to participate in the hackathon and have a solution for the people that will on board on these decentralized autonomous organizations that Jason is building, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Excellent.
So yeah, Friday, I'll create the let us meet for Saturday and Sunday. Friday is pretty booked with everything got going on there, but we'll have our final working group here on Saturday or Sunday to get everything finalized for the Buildathon submission, and whether we're doing 2 or 3 teams is still a question mark. But that's something that I'll have to take a look at and see. Like right now, registered for two teams, or yeah, two submissions for what we're building out here, and it'll be interesting. And regardless of what happens with the hackathon or the Buildathon, this is something that we are going to continue to build for what we're doing anyway. So, got any final thoughts here, Jorge, before we call this a wrap today?
No, I think the session was pretty good. And like you say, we're gonna keep participating in different hackathons for different kind of solutions, different prices, looking for different tools, research, the community, building companies together, profiting together. And there is no, maybe you want to go on your own and copy our solutions for your own consultancy companies, or for if you're a WordPress guy or person. Anyways, it is a lot of learning here. This is bleeding edge technology because it's new. Not a lot of people know about this. And me, Jorge, and Jason would like you to maybe participate with us in these hackathons on the Duna DAO, and maybe in some of the other companies that Jason is building over there in the US for Tesla Black, Gitco Green, and many others. There is a lot. So, well,
yeah, we didn't even really talk today about how that we're going to be integrating the on-chain functionality, but I did mention that we're going to be having some NFTs to represent the webinar and the bootcamp participation, as well as the member in our DAO ecosystem. So that's one of the things that we'll be incorporating and really figuring out what the workflow looks like to make it as easy as possible for people to participate in online communities and build cool stuff together.
Excellent. Thank you, Jason.
All right. Have a good rest of your day, Jorge. We'll catch up online.
Thank you too. Okay. Bye.